Hey, Team Talk Poshy to me. How is everybody? I wanted to hop on and do a little training for you on something that came your starter kit that might have gotten overlooked. This is our Polka Dot guide, a consultant's guidebook. It's basically an overview or a guide to anything and everything you need to know about Posh. So I was going to go through it really quickly because sometimes when you get your starter kit, you're so excited about the products. I mean, there's so much to play with and it can be overwhelming. And I don't want you to overlook this tool because it is your Posh Bible. First of all, you open it up and you see a welcome from our fearless leader, Ann Dalton, and a kind of your table of contents like you would see in most guidebooks. What I like to point out is this talks all about the Posh brand. And basically, this information is what you need to know and remember when somebody goes, what's Posh? It's all right here. It's going to give you your first little spiel to pop out to everybody that it's a naturally based pampering product made in the USA with the best ingredients because, hey, you deserve it. It's all right here. It's all given to you. Next, it's got your starter checklist, everything you need to get started. And not only that, it gives you a guide on your virtual office, my first 60-day tabs. There's lots of tips, lots of trainings, lots of good documents. All of this stuff is right there at your fingertips. You just have to dig into this part too. It also talks about the quick start and what you need to hit your 15, 30, and 60-day goals in PV and adding new team members to your team, which can be a little unnerving, but I know your bestie wants to be on your team. And then a little tracker to help you keep track so that you're hitting your goals. There's also more information about the My 60-Day tab and what it's like to go pink when you hit that first $1,000 in personal volume. And that's building. That's not within a month. That's a lifetime volume. You get this awesome pink shirt and pink button. And now with our new Posh Pay system, our hyper wallet system, you also get instant commission. So you're going to be paid within 3 hours of any Posh order. And basically, I've been having it run about 3 to 5 minutes after an order goes through, which is pretty awesome. You get that ba-ding email that you got an order, and then you get a ba-ding email that, hey, you got paid to Posh. This is another guide of what's in your starter kit. This is kind of the pictures, and then on this side, it gives you a list of what is in your starter kit. It talks about the ritual mask and what to put on it and how to hashtag it. You're going to want to put on that pink face mask and shout it out to the world that, hey, I'm Poshy Pink, look it out. You know, I'm doing the ritual mask. But what I like to point out about the starter guide here is it literally lists everything that's going to be in there. Basically, just some of the items might change on like which hand cream it is or which trunk it is or which body butter it is. So you can still do a kit pre-sale at any time because you know the type of items that are going to be in there. So for your bag, you're going to have 2 skin sticks, a chunk, a big fat yummy hand cream, a monthly themed product. So that'll change from month to month. I think this month is the Honey Body Cream. The ritual face mask and a bath bomb. That's all in the bag for you. You're going to have a variety of samples. And your business bag is going to have a skin stick, the BFF face wash, a big fat yummy, a chunk, a snarky bar mask, and a scrub or a body butter. So it's literally going to give you what you're going to get. And there's also tools that are going to be included. This part I have X'd out because this is about our old ProPay system, and we no longer do this. We're doing Posh Pay, which is with the Hyper Wallet app. We actually have a Posh Pay app. It's pretty awesome. And we're doing instant commissions once you hit pink. So all of that information, I would tell you to look in the newsroom for. Also, there is a great guide about once you start, you can get some Posh Portal items for free. You can get a bundle of catalogs, bundle of trend reports, which is our seasonal catalog, and order forms, and there are some half-price samples. Whew. And then it kind of hits into product launches, which talks about our seasonal launches and your core catalog. There's a little information on some of our line extensions, our Fizzies, our Vial, our Defiant, which is our pro-aging system. But I really would like to point out to you this product logic. This tells you how to learn about your products, which if you're going to sell, if you're going to share, you want to be very informed about your products. You don't have to know everything. I don't want you to feel like you have to know everything about everything, because even I don't know everything about everything. But it's good to know where to look. And it talks about reading your pink catalog and your extra catalogs, because there's lots of information put into those. Learning about your product lines in your virtual office. They have 101 sheets. The website gives you information about the products. Watch the Posh trainings. You can search short product review videos. There's lots of stuff on YouTube where we all kind of do our own little reviews. Home Office does demonstrations on products from time to time on Team Posh on Facebook. And really just kind of read the labels and Google ingredients and why they're important. And I really find that quite interesting. Like I just Googled willow bark extract because it was in Set the Tone, and learned all about how that was calming and reduces inflammation. Like it's really fun to just Google. So you also have how your business runs in a 6-month rolling period, and you need 300 PV to stay active, which is pretty easy. I buy more than that myself. This right here about the monthly seller bonus, that ended in July, so that no longer is applicable. There's also great information in here on hosting parties and how to find hostesses and where to find more trainings and things like that in your virtual office. So this is a good read right here. It talks about all the goodies your hostesses can earn. If you're not sharing this, you should be. That each level, you know, how many perks they can get and the value of that and how many half off items is fabulous. And did you know that if you put down your own party, you get these hostess rewards as well? So if you place any of your own orders or things like that under a party where you're listed as the hostess, you actually earn those rewards too. If you didn't know that, you should be having a monthly party for yourself just to earn the extra. And there's lots and lots of details about our hostess reward program. Did you know there's also information about sponsoring in here, about being a leader and why it's fun, and the quick start program for sponsors, mentoring marks. But also, I want to point out this little box right here, because when you start Posh, sometimes it gets overwhelming when you get added to all these groups. So it's got a nice little box here, and I didn't know this until I just looked through this. That it tells you to put your sponsor's name and their group, and then like your premier name and group, so you can keep track of your little upline right here and which group is which is super handy. More information about being a sponsor from amazing ladies. There's some training about your career with Posh in here. Some of the best places to find trainings for new consultants. I think you should tag this, you should flag this, you should read this. Talks about your 60-day tab, the team page, Team Posh, the weekly training schedule, which you can find under the month in your virtual office. And it looks like this, and you can print it out. It allows you to track your schedule, but it also lists in detail like when Eddie's podcasts are going to drop, when splurges, what Pat's going to be talking about, at what time, on what day. I keep track of these so then I can just check them off whenever I have one that I watch. Sorry, I have a little that's getting upset. There's information about what to check off for weekly, monthly, the power of 5s for booking. There's just so much information in here. So much information. Your annual cycle of the Posh year, when events are going to be, when new things are going to drop. You have a glossary, basically, of all the information, like what's the monthly award, the annual awards, things like that. There's just so much information. Your Posh pay plan is in here. Read it, memorize it, learn it, love it, so you know what you need to rank up and what you're going to get when you maintain your ranks. All about the annual consistency awards. There are so many tips. I apologize for the little one in the background. Your redeem tab and all the prizes you can get. So much information. It also talks about your Posh newsroom, which is your next go-to spot. So if you are looking for something and it is not in your Polka Dot guide, or if it's something new, you are going to need to go to your newsroom. So one of the first things I encourage you to do after you look at your Polka Dot guide is to go find your newsroom and see what information's on there. There are some information about all the parties and Uncon, but that's already done for the year. There's also a great planning guide month by month on things to look at and what to do. Again, I apologize for the little in the background, but I just wanted to give you some good tips on your Polka Dot guide, and I hope you stay tuned for more of my training.